Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Film Freaks.
Yes, the show for film fun and all things entertainment.
And I'm the prodigal son that finally came back to Film Freaks, Jesse Galan.
This is return. I'm Avi Flores. And we haven't done that intro in a long time, so it feels good.
It does feel great.
Today we are highly anticipated Mr. Waterman, Jason Momoa. He's in so many things.
Who? No, you mean Jesse Galan.
Jesse Galan.
Because it's me starting.
Yes, and Aquaman, it's here. DC is continuing its universe, and we both were really looking forward to this movie, so let's get into this thing. Alright, so Aquaman, here it is. It's finally arrived. So Jesse, come on, give me the goods.
What'd you think? Well, the fact that I saw it, like 2-3 weeks ago, it allowed me to really dwell and think about what actually happened in the film and the direction of WB. Loved it. Mm-hmm. I think it was fantastic. I think that the approach that they're going with this new lighthearted in the bright colors, I think it did a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. I think for what they're going for, it is so far the best DC film. But that being said, I still think Man of Steel is by far the greatest DC EU film, but in terms of this new approach, it's the best one so far.
Right, yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed the film. I'm not going to say I had like super high expectations. I didn't come in with low expectations either, but I just kind of knew it was going to be a good film. So a lot of things that we were hearing, and James Wan, with his creative mindset coming from a horror background and diving into the deep blue sea and stuff that we don't know about, and just letting his imagination grow. You saw that in the film, just developing all these creatures, and so it was really cool getting into the film. In Justice League, I thought Aquaman was kind of more of like a surfer dude. That's kind of the feel that I got from him.
Right, yeah, it was like, good, bro, LA.
Yeah, exactly, and but this one, it was cool. I like seeing his character, and I liked that they addressed right away, because I wasn't sure where this movie stood, but then you heard Mira talk to him about, you just saved the world fighting, what's his name? Yeah, Steppenwolf. And so he was like, that was different.
Right. And one thing I will say that it's nice to see that James Wan broke away from the traditional horror film, and I think moving forward, that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be known as just a horror director. I do feel like I wish there was a little more of that horror element when he was under the under the ocean.
The real only horror came right at the end when they went to the trench. That was like the real horror, yeah.
But I just felt like they could have added a little more of that suspense into it, because we're going to the unknown. This even like in real life, we don't know what's truly down there. Exactly. So I think it would have been an awesome opportunity to showcase that and bring, not necessarily like a Halloween horror type of thing, but more so just enough with the jump scares maybe here and there.
Exactly.
But I mean, again, completely different direction. I just wish they added a little bit of that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's kind of get a little deeper into the film.
Spoiler alert, by the way, moving forward.
Yeah, I thought that it was a good kind of origin story-esque, because it wasn't completely origin story, because he's already been Aquaman, and they addressed that in the film. Like, are you the guy that's been saving all these people? Like, so.
Gnarly.
Yeah, he's already been Aquaman for a while. So to me, that's why I was like, it's not like a true origin story, because he has the abilities, he's been fighting and using them. I really loved Manta and the look of him and the anger and the passion that he had towards. And I knew it right away. I was like, somehow he's going to blame him for his dad's death. Like, when they were in the submarine, I'm like, and that's going to take him on this trail. But it was a good job. Yeah. I think if the guy's acting ability wasn't good enough, I wouldn't have, because I knew it was coming, but I wouldn't have been sold on it if the performance wasn't good on his part. Right. Which I really liked Black Manta's his role in the film, because he wasn't really the villain. Right. He was kind of like a secondary-ish kind of, because he really wasn't a match for Aquaman.
Supporting villain.
Because you could see how Ocean Master, his stepbrother or his half brother, how he was kind of behind the scenes doing all these things behind at the Atlantean, so they wouldn't really know what his plan is. And so it was cool seeing that kind of playing how he was using Manta, but and of course I knew he wasn't gonna die either. I'm like,
Right.
just one of the main guys. So what did you think of Manta, Ocean Master? That
Well, I'll say that I was really interested in the character development of Manta. Unfortunately, it wasn't a Manta film. There was just kind of a cool nuance to have him in there to kind of orchestrate the war that Ocean Master was trying to create, which because huge Aquaman last like 5 years or so, I read a lot of the stories. I knew that was happening.
yeah.
I was a little like hesitant at first, but then I was like, oh, you know what? This is actually pretty well done. I thought it was excellent. The only complaint that I had about the character itself was how well he knew the technology to create Manta so quickly. And we got a montage of supposedly time goes by, but then the montage with what was actually happening didn't quite fit in for me.
Right.
Outside of that, I think he did a fantastic job. I mean, like you said, I was really invested with his parents, with his father passing or dying.
Yeah.
And I felt the rage, I felt the anger, and I was like, okay, I can buy this.
Absolutely, yeah. And I loved how they started right away with Michelle Pfeiffer as the queen, and that whole love story and how it's set up. And that sold me right away. Like I was in it once they showed that. And how the Atlanteans came in, how she was kicking some serious butt. Like, I was like, dang.
You know what I wasn't into? The makeup, the fake CGI of Boba Fett. I was like, yo, Boba Fett, man. Like, is it Jango Fett? I think it's Jango Fett, right? It was the father. I was like, man, I'm not buying the CGI.
Right. I was going to wait a little bit, but I think that to me wasn't the worst part of the movie, because there was moments that the CGI was kind of like but since I enjoyed the movie so much, it really wasn't a big deal. But I to me the biggest thing was like those moments where, like you said, with Black Mantis, how he just kind of made the suit so quickly and understood it, and they gave him this technology that's so far beyond everything else.
Their understanding.
Right, and he just made the suit, and bam, here he is. And I felt like the movie kind of was just so quick pace, where it's like, okay, this is what's happening. We need to go on this journey, and we're here now. We're moving on to this, and everything was just like so kind of, I don't want to say convenient, but it just moved along kind of easily, and I didn't really feel a lot of weight. Like there wasn't like this real challenging thing to me. The most challenging thing was like Aquaman himself.
Right, and I think too, like I agree and disagree in the sense that overall the film felt a little too fast in certain areas, and then there's certain parts where they kind of expanded and kind of let it linger. I do agree that I felt that the film was too easy to an extent, but to me that's the problem that Marvel has, and unfortunately WB wants to copy that model. Where versus Man of Steel, there was a struggle.
Felt heavy. Yeah,
right. There was a lot at stake. Here, there's a lot at stake, but
it didn't feel that way.
It didn't feel that heavy.
Yeah.
So that's still like my only big
That's
issue
my biggest thing too with the film.
With DC now and also Marvel as a whole.
Right.
But I don't know. Like even though that situation happened, that whole feel about the movie, I think overall it was very entertaining. So I can somewhat forgive it. Yeah. But that still bothers me.
Right. Like I wish they would go a little more towards the Man of Steel-esque feel that they were going for, because it like I said, just to me the weight of it wasn't much, because they were adding a lot of that more lighter feel and like, let's have fun with it, which I had a ton of fun with the film. Right. Yeah. But I think you can balance it a little better, and you're giving it the weight, because I love the moments, even when he went in, and a lot of things in the movie, like I could see it happening, like when he went in there to finally get the trident, like I knew he was like, he's gonna talk to the beast and then he's gonna go grab it, like I saw these things happening. Right. And I guess one other gripe that I had was like they had this bottle. I mean, it was really minor, really minor, of like they have to do all these steps to find the trident. Oh, and when they get down there, the beast was all like, so many people have tried. There's like a pile of bones. I'm like, did you need the bottle and that thing or not? You know what I mean? Like, how are these people finding it? Like, if it was so easy to kind of just stumble upon it and go through the trench, like, what? Like, how are these people? How all these people make it here? But that was really small. It's just kind of like a throwaway thing, but it just kind of added to the whole my overall thing of how it didn't carry a lot of weight, even though we understood that if he doesn't stop King Orm, he's gonna destroy the world. And that final scene was that battle scene was awesome.
It was epic. Yeah,
Epic. I love how they touched a little bit on all the kingdoms and just kind of giving you a little taste, not diving too much. And Dolph Lundgren, like, oh my gosh, that
was a surprise.
Yeah, to me, he did so awesome. I love seeing him as this king, where he was kind of unsure. Like, I felt like he knew that King Orm had this backup plan of trying to destroy the world, and he was very indecisive on what he wanted to do. And I feel like he did such a good job as a king himself. So it was really cool seeing him. And of course, Aquaman's trainer, I forget his name. The character name, and William Dafoe. I can't remember the character's name, but I wasn't sure if he was good or bad. Like, because William Dafoe already has that face. Like,
and I was like, at any moment he's gonna turn into the Green Goblin and like just
Spider-Man's gonna swing in. So I wasn't sure on him. So they did a good job with his character. I was like, he's training him, but he seemed really loyal to King Orm. But then right at the end, finally, when King Orm was like, your treachery and blah blah, I'm like, okay, so he's a good guy. So I wasn't sure, but I really liked the film. So visuals of the film, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, just for those minor moments where I'm like, CGI didn't look the greatest, but the underwater battles, the underwater talking, everything about the underwater looked fantastic. I loved Atlantis.
I'm struggling with that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I
did. So you were a little less than me, huh?
I mean, I loved the world. I loved the colors. I loved everything, but there was a few of the moments that. To me, it's like the face issue. If you're gonna do CGI on the face, it better not look plasticky, elasticy. Like, put a little effort, especially with the technology that we have with like Avatar and all those movies that it's blurring photorealism. So I'm like, if you're gonna put that effort and really focus, then do it. So
step it up. 3. Performances, I thought they were great. I'm going to give it another 4 out of 5, especially with Dolph, man. He just really surprised me because I've never taken this guy seriously, and he didn't have a big role, right? But I think with what they gave him and what he did, it was fantastic. And then William Dafoe, he's a magnificent actor. I just loved his little sprinkle. Michelle Pfeiffer, so many good actors in this film, and they all did a great job. I mean, Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, he's a great actor. I'm loving him as Aquaman.
Nicole Kidman?
Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I don't know why I kept saying Michelle Pfeiffer. Nicole Kidman, and then his green and yellow suit. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
he looked so epic.
He did. Like, that was the one thing about the last trailer I was trying to avoid, but then the pictures were everywhere. Kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But what I did, like, even the reveal of him wearing the suit was like spot on. So.
Yeah, and seeing him and Ocean Master go at it, like, in their suits, right at the end, the final battle was epic. So, performances, like I said, 4 out of 5 for me.
For me, I'm gonna, I'll bend and give it 4. But and the only reason why I say that, because I think everybody did a fantastic job. We have phenomenal actors. But, as much as I like Jason Momoa, there's still, and there has been a massive improvement. There's still growth for him as an actor.
Agreed.
So there's moments that I saw in the movie, like, they were so minute, but I was like,
you could get a little bit better on that one. And that's why I mentioned everybody else. It's just such
he's the main actor.
Yeah, such a good surrounding cast.
So I'm gonna get
of the film.
I'll bend to the 4 a little bit.
Which to me that's the difference between. I mean, besides the heaviness of Man of Steel, but you have Henry Cavill, he's an actor, and the way he performed in that film, and just the emotions, everything that he gave us as Clark Kent and Superman, to me, is just that's kind of what sets it apart for me. So performances were great, and then the story. I thought it was pretty clear cut. Nothing. It was very cookie cutter. It was like conflict. They fought the first time. He got defeated. They got to go on this journey. He gets what he needs. He defeats the bad guy. It was like pretty cookie cutter. But it worked. It was really good. They did it effectively, just like Wonder Woman. I was really nervous on that one, but what they gave us, they nailed it, and he did a good job, and I really enjoyed this film. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 on that one.
Yeah, I already, before you finish, I already gave them I'm gonna give it a 3.
Throwing gang signs over here.
Gang signs. Yeah, give it a 10 total.
10 total.
4, 7,
4, and 8, and 3. So 11 for me. Very, very good film. I think if DC continues to move forward, even though I'm very torn On what the Superman Batman situation is gonna be, I have no clue.
I'm not even concerned about that. My concern right now is them actually doing good films.
Yeah, so they did great with Aquaman. Wonder Woman, the first one, was really good as well. Very much enjoyed that. So I'm expecting the same out of Wonder Woman 2. And then we have Shazam, which looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that one's going to be more on the Marvel super fun side of things. But I think DC is, in their own way, they'll probably, give it their
DC
own flavor.
fight it.
Exactly. Because it looks, the thing with that film is it's a like a preteen teenager kid who turns into a superhero. So what he's giving us, I'm totally buying it, because that's what a kid would be like if he was just turned into a superhero. So yeah, I have hope for the DC universe, even though my heart is torn on Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill supposedly stepping away. I don't even know if anything's been official. It's mainly people just saying stuff. But I know that Matt Reeves' Batman's gonna come out. So I think when that finally gets in motion, then we'll have a solidified, this is the new Batman. And if they just decide to do the original Batman from the 90s, where they just put somebody new in the role and continue forward, it worked before, I guess they could do it now. Or if they're just gonna somehow reboot those two characters,
I don't know
how it's gonna work.
WB needs to go back to your roots and keep it dark and broody and
right. That's what DC's always been. So but I really enjoyed Aquaman. It was a really good film. Jason Momoa did a great job. Everybody, the full cast, it was great. James Wan, his vision for the film, executed awesome. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Loved it too. I really enjoyed it. Moving forward, I hope it continues to be as good, as it is. Some people may not like it. That's cool, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
Absolutely.
And let's see what happens with the next film.
All right, guys. Let us know what you guys think. Thanks, guys. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching our episode.
Yeah, if you liked our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
And if you didn't, you can double click on the thumbs down. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like.
Right on. And check us out on our other social media outlets at Instagram and Twitter. And please tweet us at FF Media News.
Or you can engage with us through our email at ffmedianews@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, guys.